So I wanna make sure you can hear me. Okay. All right. So let me get back in my little story mode, cause it's that time. You know what I'm saying? The journey has begun. This is part of Journal of a Healer. I am the healer, but it's about me uh, doing the shadow work for me, becoming the alchemist. But let me take you back some, because I want you to know, like, some parts of the story that help make things make sense as we move forward. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Relationships 101. I have many. Nobody's flawless. And you know what I'm saying? I like to take the time to speak to my clients about what it is that they want uh, when they get in relationships. Like, what is it that you feel like you need the most from someone else? Because that's going to be the thing that you really need to find, or should I say, figure out how to give to yourself. Because you don't want to be in relationships feeling needy or needing, you know what I'm saying, the other person. Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying that you shouldn't need them. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying whatever the need that they provide needs to be natural. And you know what I'm saying? Because you're automatically going to be a match to that vibration. And so, you know what I'm saying? You want to figure out what it is that you need to give yourself. And if this is your partner and you love and care about them, connecting to the oneness, you want to be focused on, you know what I'm saying, what is it that they need to give to themselves. Because in the relay, you know what I'm saying, as we serve and we help each other, you know what I'm saying, you want to try to give what you want to receive. And you know what I'm saying, I guarantee the only thing you're going to be able to, the only thing you're going to be able to give is what you already have. So if you don't already have it and you need it, you could go to your partner like there's some kind of convenience store and be like, hey, I need this. And then, you know what I'm saying, if they have it, they should willingly, provide. But if they don't and you experience rejection in that moment, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you're going to probably, you know what I'm saying, put the blame on the other person like, it's your fault I feel like this. You're supposed to um, fulfill my needs and fulfill my fantasies, whatever. Which I don't think a person would say no to something that's possible unless you did something to them. Because, you know what I'm saying, the other perspective in that is hurt people. Hurt people. So, you know what I'm saying, when you get in a relay and you're dealing with a hurt person and they're always balling up their pain, feelings, and emotions and throwing them at you like you some kind of hind catcher and not really the batter, you know what I'm saying, you got to be, you know what I'm saying, consciously aware of, you know what I'm saying, what's being reflected. Because if you start uh, seeing yourself as the victim, you could very easily become the villain without even thinking the thought. It's just going to be an automatic shift based on ego's perception. So, you know what I'm saying, what you want to try to do is figure out, how can I play the hero or be the she-ro? Because saving yourself is what you're going to have to do when you end up in one of these situations where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. What do I do? Well, you go back in your training, you know what I'm saying? You search your subconscious mind, you know what I'm saying, within you, and you say, okay, what do I got for this situation? What did I do the last time this happened? And then if you go to your little mental Rolodex and you can't pull up nothing, then this right here is the learning experience. So you need to become present in the moment and be like, all right, what do I need to learn here? Now, I'm not saying like you need to turn it into a teaching situation where you become the teacher or the guru or whatever. What I'm saying is you're going to be in a situation and you're going to open your mind to what do I need to learn here? Because uh, it's not about playing the blame game right now. It's about uh, being open to what's happening for me and not to me, so that you can, you know what I'm saying, assess the situation properly. Now, going back, this is my story. I had many, what should I call it here? Diamonds and angels, let's just say, because I like to refer to people as either reflections or love in my life. And they're all beautiful. So, you know what I'm saying? I love these energies and much love and light to them. But you know what I'm saying? I had many diamonds and angels in my space that are, you know, some of them are now in my peripheral and some are, you know, partly in my present. Not currently this space right now, but you know what I'm saying? I never wanted to see um, what it was that I was being taught because you know what I'm saying? It took me, I would say, a period of 5 years to learn that, you know what I'm saying, each one teach one evolved into um, when one teaches to learn. And you know what I'm saying, I had to turn the situation ship inward because I was always, you know what I'm saying, ready to king the situation and crown chakra everything. Like, yeah, I done rose above all the bullshit. You ain't on my level. But really, the level I was on was just the level in my mind. It wasn't like a shared perspective. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a shared universe. You know what I'm saying? I was living in my own world, and you know what I'm saying? I still find that sometimes I still am. So, you know what I'm saying? Those are the times now when I'm able to reflect back as I'm, you know what I'm saying, constantly trying to master time. I'm every day like posting up my energy and like looking at it in analyzation mode instead of judging it. I'm looking at it like, all right, what's this energy about? Why is this making me feel like this about that? You know what I'm saying? Right. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Once I was able to like assess within instead of uh, seeing the energy of the outside forces, whether they were playing the victim, the villain, or the hero, you know what I'm saying, based on who I felt like I was at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was able to see my role being played either properly or improperly. Because, you know what I'm saying, when you can't see yourself in the movie and you're just playing your role, you're not noticing, you know what I'm saying, there's just cameras and a director You know what I'm saying? The producer in the background. It's like all of it's happening now, and you're not in your subconscious. You're in your conscious mind. Like you're now. So then, you know what I'm saying? I would spend a lot of time in my head, like in the future, where I wish I was, or uh, in the past, where either I wished I was, or I don't ever want to go back to. But, you know what I'm saying? Because that was like uh, love, hate, and fear. You know what I'm saying? Happening. Like, okay, I had love for the future, and I had fear in the past, and hate right now. Like, self hate was like right now in the moment, and I didn't even realize it. So you gotta realize, you know what I'm saying? Because I was always like, wanting love or needing love or whatever. But instead of being that for myself, what I would do is I would just hate myself and beat myself up and hold myself accountable for all the things that people blame me for. And then I would try to find a way to uh, stand on that and be like, I am that. I am. But not in I'm living my truth type of way, in a way that the illusion in my head was good enough. Fuck what you talking about. Hear what I'm saying? Look, the illusion in my head was good enough. Fuck what you talking about. But see, now we do it different because we know that, you know what I'm saying, there's two sides to a coin, there's two sides to a story. So there's always more than one perspective that you want to consider when evaluating a situation. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the self as the one and the whole. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be the all. You can't just uh, be individual and consider nothing else or no one else. That's not God. That's uh, like God as man. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's only one. And, you know what I'm saying? There's three parts to this where you have to see God from more than one perspective. You can't just uh, be like, there's only one God when God is everything. God is all things. God is anything. God is no thing. Well, you trying to be something, right? Idolaters. Why we worshiping deities? I don't know. But listen, these archetypes will um, manifest in your universe somewhere and connect with you, and you know what I'm saying, allow you a line of communication. I'm so Gnostic, I know it. Check this out. Follow the rabbit. Okay, so I keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? I'm so real, like super prolific, you know what I'm saying, catalyst. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily speak it to hear myself talk or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of times I like to, uh, how do they put it? Not really trying to keep it logical because, you know what I'm saying, that's one perspective, you know what I'm saying, of it. I'm saying, like, I'm the type of person that will tell you the truth no matter how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, if it hurts you to hear the truth, I'm going to be the one that's going to be like, yeah, that's what you need to know. That's what you need to realize. This is what you don't want to see. Because when a person is in I don't know, they are in fear. You're in the unknown. And you know what I'm saying? You cannot be uh, just completely confident and courageous when you're in fear. But you know what I'm saying, the thing about the unknown is The unknown is not what you're afraid of. The unknown is not what you're afraid of. What you're afraid of is yourself. Like, you don't trust yourself. You're just scared. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So your mind gets infected by your own egotistical thoughts and feelings, and then you start reacting to shit that triggers you, like sickness, you know what I'm saying, disease, viruses, and just like pain. You can experience like phantom pain, like you can hurt yourself on a place on your body, and that place can be healed up, and it could be, a lot of time passed by since the time of the hurt, but something can trigger the feeling of how that pain felt, like in your present moment, and you can feel the pain like it just happened, like it hurt real bad, and you know what I'm saying, that right there is just, you know what I'm saying, phantom pain, where you're experiencing how your mind makes it real. So, you know what I'm saying, I need you to understand when it comes to like sickness and disease, that, you know what I'm saying, anything that you manifest within your being is something that your mind is making real, because you believe in it so much, like you put so much time and so much energy and so much power into um, something is wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. And then you don't have to actually physically be sick when you start this, but if you say it enough times, it'll be like you're trying to contract it, you're trying to conceive it, because you can't not perceive the fact that something is wrong with you and you need to heal. You could be completely healed up, but if you feel like you need to heal, your body's going to manifest some kind of sickness so that you can heal. So, you know what I'm saying, this is the part where you need to figure out, okay, it's time for me to take care of me. This is the part where I stop looking at what's wrong with everybody else, and compare myself to everybody else, and say, hey, there's something going on here. I need to focus on this here, and take care of this here, and love this here, because this is what's more important than that over there. Because I guarantee, if you put more energy, time and energy into that, you're going to end up losing yourself, because you don't set up proper boundaries. Like, you don't set up a way for you to win. You set yourself up to lose, like in the beginning. You don't even see it from the starting line. Before you even get to a finish, you're setting yourself up to lose. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Because you already have the doubts and fears and disbeliefs in place, and you know what I'm saying, your self-esteem ain't high enough for you to just take off running and make it all the way. Like, you fall, and you know what I'm saying, when you fall, you don't get up, or when you fall, you get up and you turn back the other way, like, I ain't going. What did you do that for? Why would you do that? Like, you know what I'm saying, looking at that from the sideline, when people are watching you race, especially your cheerleaders, they're gonna be like, wait, no, you almost there. You just halfway. Why don't you keep going? And you like, nah, I'm just a failure. I'm just a failure. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Everybody's seen it. And your cheerleaders are trying to cheer you on. You ain't even listening to them. Now you being combative with your own angels. And they telling you to keep going. And you like, nah, I'm good. How you good? Yeah, I need you to think about that, cause look, being too good is a sickness too. You can't be too good. So, you know what I'm saying, I'll be in my office and I'll be talking to my clients, and they be, telling me like what it is they want in the person that they want to be with, like what is the one like? And they have this perfect fantasy, and this person who has this outside um, physical exterior is just unbelievable, but very imaginably perfect. And sadly, I have to get them to realize that, before you go into your next relationship, if you are, not completely healed from the last one or the last however many that you went through before now, I would need you to let go of your ideas of this being perfect. I need you to let them go, because it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be what it's supposed to be, and you not knowing what that is, you can't even visualize it. You can't even imagine it. So I'm not saying there's something wrong with um, imagining what you want as you want it. I am saying you got to realize that there's two sides to this. Like there's going to be the good, and there's going to be the bad. And if you ain't ready for the bad, like if you're just expecting all the good, you're going to set yourself up for disappointment. Surely, set yourself up for disappointment. So you got to let go of your idea of this perfect um, life and this person, and then number two, you're gonna have to not have this list of potential uh, value for this person. Like, they gotta be this and it can't be that. Like, that whole list is gonna ruin a whole lot of things that you could attract in your life that could push you up like a miracle and put you into nothing but blessing on blessing on blessing on blessing, because you got a lot of resistance to the opposing energy of whatever comes. So you ask the universe to give you what you want and leave out the other stuff, and that's not what's going to happen. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to get what you want, and you're going to leave out the other stuff. You're like, no, I don't want to deal with that. When I meet this person, they better not have no baggage, because as soon as they start unpacking, I'm going home. I'm leaving them alone. I'm leaving them alone. I'm through right there. Really, you should. If you feel like that, you shouldn't even be trying to get in a relationship in the first place. You supposed to be filling up your bank account with enough love, trust, and oneness to deal with loving and caring for another person. If you ain't already ready to do that for yourself, like if you're not already doing that shit for yourself, you're gonna fall into the situation that's gonna make you a hater. You're gonna fall into a situation that's gonna make you a hater. And I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? I call everybody lover. Right? Because, I express my whoops, my thoughts and opinions like I read the energy, and as lovers, with hate being the unopposing energy of love, it's the same thing as love, just the dark side. Because if you hate it, that's a very strong love for whatever that is. You become obsessed. So uh, I call everybody lover, because we are all lovers. Even if you're a hater, you're a lover, because you're giving time and energy to what you hate just the same way you do to what you love. And I guarantee, if you're not a good lover, you ain't gonna be a good hater either. Oh no! Oh no! What did you just say? What did you just say? Right. Okay. So, what you really need to pay attention to is, what is it that you run to, and what is it that you run from? Because the actual opposite of love is fear. And there's nothing that anybody is afraid of that they be like, yeah, I gotta have that in my space all the time. That's always the exact opposite of what you always want to be around, what you always want to deal with, what you always want to embrace, caress, and raise up your little sexual energy for. And I'd be like, that's one-sided, bro. You can't just, alright, yeah, because it makes sense. But, nah. So, here we go. I want to get you on, like, you know what I'm saying, a degree of consciousness that gives you a lot of things to question, a lot of things to think about, because, you know what I'm saying, you can come to me and talk to me and ask me questions, and I will give you real truth. I will give you real answers that come from God through angels, through me. When we get these tarot readings up, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do some real work in the world of healing. You know what I'm saying? My sisters and brothers are coming together right now, and we're putting together some care packages for you guys, because all my lovers out there need care packages, because we know that the level of love, trust, and oneness is not at its highest on the planet. It's not at its highest. So, you know what I'm saying, instead of trying to wake you guys up, because, you know what I'm saying, once you're awake, you're going to need to sleep. You're going to need to recharge. You're going to, you know what I'm saying, run out of energy or whatever. So instead of just trying to wake you up from your sleep, we want to give you a reason to feel alive, to be as you are when you're up and at it. So we're going to put these care packages together, and, you know what I'm saying, make it to where you can call the hater hotline and talk about why they hating on you. You know what I'm saying? And once you enter the love line, we will be able to not only give you personal counseling, but we'll also be able to give you like a tarot card reading, a natal chart reading. We'll explain to you about your life path number and what's going on with you there. We'll talk to you about like your name and what your name means, and what characteristics that name gives you. And you know what I'm saying, we're just going to have a lot of fun, because, you know what I'm saying, helping people heal and serving people is what we are hardwired by nature to do on this planet. And, you know what I'm saying, as a lion in the jungle, I have a knack for just recognizing all the animals in the jungle, and, you know what I'm saying, taking care of them and watching over them and making sure there is balance within the kingdom, because that's how we do. You feel me? So, uh, making a long story short, it's about love. And we are going towards the era of uh, information and misinformation. So some of y'all are going to be led to believe, and some of y'all are going to be led to disbelieve. And which way you go is up to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm only a spirit guide. I'm only the one who puts up the energy I perceive. I reveal the messages that I decode in my matrix, in my mind's eye, and I interpret them for you, all dreams included. So if you have dreams and you like for them to be interpreted, you can hit me up in my inbox. I'm doing that for free right now. I'm not charging no money, because we want to help you guys understand the messages that God is trying to show you. This is like a very important time in your life right now, where you need to be free and and do as you will. So, spirits take care of your bodies, bodies take care of your spirits, and just be the light that you are. Namaste.